Significant development related to One Nation One Poll. The 22nd Law Commission is slated to submit its report to Kovind-led panel. The 22nd Law Commission is set to submit its final report on the feasibility of conducting simultaneous elections to the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Sources say Law Panel has recommended likely implementation of simultaneous polls by 2029. The opposition is calling simultaneous polls a election gimmick.
One Nation One Poll. I told you last time itself, it's an election gimmick of Prime Minister Modi. He's a master of attention diversion politics. That's what he is. Unfortunately, he's delivered diddly squat for this country, India, and most importantly, I think he's failed miserably on all the promises he's made to the people of India. What I believe honestly is that it is an attention diverting gimmick.
Prime Minister Modi has on multiple occasions batted for One Nation One election.
देश में व्यापक रूप से चर्चा चल रही है, एक देश एक साथ चुनाव। ये चर्चा होनी चाहिए, लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से होनी चाहिए और कभी न कभी एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के सपनों को साकार करने के लिए और भी ऐसी नई चीजों को हमने जोड़ना होगा।
And with fast-paced developments, India is just one step closer to One Nation One election. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, joining us on the burning question tonight, Tom Vadakan of the BJP, Binay Singh. In a short while from now, we'll also be joined by Nikhil Jain. Ashutosh Mishra is joining us on this broadcast, and Akashdeep Muni. Straight away, beginning with Akashdeep Muni. Akashdeep Muni, let's look at the feasibility of it. The opposition parties here say that this is an attack on federalism because they feel that one particular political party will essentially benefit out of it. Let's not forget the amount of money that is essentially pumped in for every election, and it does cost every taxpayer. So in terms of the expenditure, One Nation, One Poll is always better. That's one argument that has been put forth. Why is it that the opposition parties are so very against this entire idea and perhaps calling this yet another Jumla of the Bharatiya Janata Party?
See, Shravan, there is a very interesting thing in this particular case. This law, specifically, I'll talk only factually. In the Keshwanand Bharti case, the Supreme Court has clearly stated that the basic structure of the constitution cannot be changed. While we take on this particular initiative of One Nation, One Poll, the basic structure will be compromised. And then when the particular bill will be challenged in the Supreme Court, it will not stand. So this is just, as you said, is a jumla. This is just wasting time and money of common man. Second point which I want to make, which is very important now, is that there is something called constructive vote of no confidence. Now, in this case, how it will happen? I want to tell it to the whole country how it happens. See, if there is a One Nation, One Poll, for the 5 years, the government cannot change. And if a government is a coalition government and loses the confidence of the House, it means that the coalition partners leave the particular political party. What happens is that the political party comes in minority. Constructive vote of no confidence is that what happens is that then both the leading opposition party and the main party will go for horse trading, and MLAs can defect from one party to other, and the anti-defection law will not work in this particular case. This shows that how devastating and how corrupt it will make the whole country all about. In this particular case, One Nation, One Poll. Now, last point, Shravan. Today, we, as the country is leveraging, we should focus on One Nation, One Education, One Nation, One Healthcare. जहाँ पे एक आम बच्चा जहाँ पढ़ता है, वहाँ पे एक बिजनेसमैन का बच्चा भी वहीं पढ़ेगा. एक आम बच्चा, कोई भी कास्ट, कोई भी रिलीजन का बच्चा जहाँ पढ़ता है, वहाँ पे एक बड़ा मालदार इकोनॉमिकली बेनिफिटेड पीपल भी वही पढ़ेगा. जहाँ पे एक बड़ा बंदा, नहीं एक मिनट, जहाँ पे बड़ा बंदा अपना हेल्थ केयर दिखाता है हॉस्पिटल में, वहीं पे कॉमन मैन दिखाएगा. वन नेशन, वन हेल्थ केयर, वन नेशन, वन एजुकेशन. The focus is not on that. हमारा बच्चा जाके पढ़ेगा पैसा दे के, हमारे माँ बाप जाके हेल्थ केयर अच्छा पाएंगे पैसा दे के. But
Well, the national
the
education
point is
policy.
that, but then you will be changing the whole. Now, don't talk about national education policy. How failed it is. I don't want to talk about. The Supreme Court has said to the Uttar Pradesh government. You know, I know. Everybody knows what they have said.
Okay.
So
No,
this is my
Akashdeep Muni,
point.
I was
One
just
nation, one
reminding
poll will
you.
not
No,
help.
no one. No. The reason why I said it's a noble idea, in fact, that is exactly what many would say is what we should be striving towards. But having said that, the debate is largely about whether at all we should be conducting polls at one go or not, simultaneously or not. As far as education and other challenges are concerned, of course, this nation faces several challenges. No one is saying that, look here, all our problems have been completely solved, and perhaps one nation, one poll is the panacea to all problems that we face. But that's not the argument here. Binay Singh, if I can come to you, look at the logistical problems too. One, in terms of bringing about the changes in our constitution itself. At least 5 articles would basically go through the amendment. Take a look at, in terms of voter fatigue, the overload of information that several of the voters will have to go through if at all this works out. Having said that, are we trying to rush it through? Because at the end of the day, remember, this has been perhaps in the pipeline for a very long time. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a strong proponent of this entire idea. In fact, some of the opposition members, Congress members, have also been in favor of it. Now things have certainly changed. But there are logistical problems. There are administrative problems that one will have to look into before rushing it through.
Sawan, good evening. And I don't think how this noble idea of one nation, one election is opposed to the idea of one nation, one education, or one nation, one healthcare. Yes, definitely one nation, one healthcare, and one nation, one education is a noble idea. And it must be implemented in the due course of time. But how this idea of election is opposed to that, I am not able to understand. And one more thing, Sawan. One nation, one election is an idea that merits our attention and deliberation of the normal public, of the 140 crore people, of the electorate of this country. And it has the potential, without doubt, to streamline our electoral process, promote stability, and pave the way for more focused and effective governance. And when the electoral process started in this country, Sawan, that was one nation, one election. And in the due course of time, because prematurely some governments they were struck off, so that's why this problem arises, that there was no synchronization in the electoral system of this country. And every day you just imagine a family that each and every day some of the family members, they are going to give some exams, they are going to face some exams, and the whole family is tense. The exams must be held once a year. Daily, you don't need to be in that hangover or in that in that disturbing environment. The whole year you need to prepare. Not every day and each and every month get ready for the exams. And that's what the thing is with this election thing. Every month.
I like your analogy. I like your analogy.
Predicting, discussing, forecasting.
Sometimes
there is an election in Uttar Pradesh, and people in Kerala.
Sometimes what happens. Think about this also, Binay. Think about this. Since you spoke about this, Binay, hear me out. Binay. Okay, yeah. Binay, hear me out. Sometimes what happens is that when you have frequent examinations, or if I remember correctly, in one academic year, when you had at least multiple examinations, there was that fear that I need to, brace up. I need to perhaps go through, proper revision of it. We had to be more prepared. We were on our toes. Now, the same applies to our politicians. Tom Vadakan you will have to admit the fact that one nation, one poll would essentially also mean, as some of the opposition parties are saying, that look here, the politicians are not going to be held accountable, number one. Number two, the argument put forth is that this is a challenge of federalism. Opposition parties say that the federal structure, where the division of power between the center and the state is completely attacked, the autonomy has completely been curtailed. That's the argument that has been put forth. So one, exams would essentially mean report card. If the report card does not come in, the accountability fades.
Well, I have heard both the panelists very patiently. Give me my 2 minutes at least. Essentially, when we talk about one poll, one nation, the objective is to give stability across the board, to give development a chance. This idea has been around for quite some time. 1967 was the year when this was, till then it was in existence. It was the same political parties that did not have any objections. No federal structure was defeated. 4 nations or 5 nations in the world are doing this practical. Yes, there's a high-level committee appointed with the Law Commission, the former President of India, top officials. They will have discussions across the board with political parties and wait for the birth of an idea. The point here is, before that, you talk about horse trading. Isn't that happening now? Well, it is only after you have one nation, one poll, you think horse trading will happen? I'm directing that to the first speaker. The second idea is one nation. Now, for example, the NEET examination. NEET examination, there are of course protests across the board from Tamil Nadu generally, and that is a huge success for students across the country. We did not know many of the names of the medical colleges, and with one go, you give one exam across the board, based on your merit, you get your seat. This is an happening situation. You talked about education. The education policy, I wonder whether this gentleman has read the policy. It's a huge, humongous, voluminous book. And if you go into it, it renders an all India approach, a progress that is to be adopted, and that will happen. But these are ideas that need to be promoted because it is about the exchequer. You literally put development into the cold storage. You can't make a national policy because one state or the other is going for elections. You cannot talk about, now stability is what we want. Stability is what brings growth. Stability is what brings economic growth. And then to say, well, there'll be horse trading. We will, iron out the differences. We will sit with opposition parties, talk about it, instead of grabbing headlines by stating that this will happen and that will happen. Till 67, it was all okay. Till 356 was adopted by the great Congress party to remove governments from their legitimate position. And that is the story. And that we will have to put our hands together.
Okay.
We will have to join hands, and the opposition parties must discuss it with this high-powered committee, which is already initiated.
Okay. Tom Varakan, 2 aspects that I'll come back to you. One, what really happens if you have to extend or cut short an existing state legislature's term to basically enable this first synchronized election? Secondly, what happens if a government falls short of majority, mid-term majority failure? What happens then? These are certain aspects that we would like to have the BJP's view on. But let me also bring it Nikhil Jain, who's joining us from the studio here in the national capital. Nikhil, the argument in favor of one nation, one poll is with regards to cost being one of the major issues. Second is development takes a straight hit when year after year what we see is that all governments are essentially focusing on that election cycle, which is never ending. Almost every year there is some election or the other. So you take the model code of conduct comes into place. So it obstructs development work.
So Shravan, the BJP would like the people of the country to believe that a one nation, one election exercise is going to reduce the burden on the exchequer, which is certainly not the case, because I'll tell you the numbers on this. If you look at the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the cost per voter, not per citizen, per voter, was about 72 rupees. So the election, the cost of carrying out an election is only a couple of thousand crore rupees every 5 years. for a country that has a cumulative budget of about 60 lakh crores in a year. I'm counting the state budgets and the union budgets together. So far as the exchequer and also within the exchequer cost, let's not forget that even if the polls for the states and the Lok Sabha are to be held together, the voter would require to press the button on 2 different ballot boxes. That would require more space for the election commission to hire more officers, more machines. So it's not like the cost is going to go into half exactly. Yes, the costs would reduce 10%, 20%, 30% maybe, not more than that. And that is not a large enough reason to have something like this, given how the 2 elections and what the voters are supposed to vote in those elections, what the politicians are supposed to promise in those elections are very different. An earlier panelist gave an example of how everybody in a household should have exams at the same time. I would further build upon his analogy. Let's imagine that I have my exams for boards where I have to study and I need my quiet and silence, and my brother has his exam for a music competition. Can we be studying at the same place in the same house? We can't. And this is exactly the difference between a state election and a Lok Sabha election. That when I'm voting for my member of parliament, I'm supposed to look at defense, foreign policy, national policies. But when I'm voting for my MLAs, I'm supposed to look at issues of relevance to state, more local issues. And what's going to happen is that if you're going to have those elections together, Nikhil, national issues are going to outshine state issues, national leaders are going to outshine state leaders, and the BJP and the Congress will both benefit
Nikhil,
from it unfairly.
Andhra Pradesh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but take a look at this particular example, and perhaps Tom Vadakan wants to respond to it. Think about this.
Yeah,
states like Andhra
is,
Pradesh, they've had almost simultaneous elections, if I'm not wrong.
Academics and music.
I
think I'm amazed at that.
Tom Vadakan, just hold on.
Tom
Vadakan, just hold on. Tom Vadakan, allow me. Tom Vadakan, Tom Vadakan, just hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Let me at least make my point. Think about this, Nikhil Jain, that you've had Andhra Pradesh having its election simultaneously with the Lok Sabha. I believe the electorate are smart enough to identify what they are voting for. Of course, the argument of overload of information on a voter when they are basically going in for the elections, so how are we going to select when it comes to our councillors, what is it going to be for our legislators, what is it going to be for our parliamentarians, that is the argument. But it has worked. It has, not that it has not worked at all. Why is it that we are completely forgetting Vivek, Ashutosh Mishra, if I can bring you in, and then Tom Vadakan, you can respond to both of them. Ashutosh Mishra, think about the positives to it. You've had other countries, yes, smaller countries perhaps, other Western nations who've been able to do so. They may not be of the size that we are, but they have beautifully implemented it.
So the basic problem here is that we are being misled by BJP when it says that if there are multiple elections, it harms development. It does not, because India has been growing even before BJP, and it will grow after BJP, and there are multiple elections even then. So why BJP wants one nation, one poll is because they have one leader, and they are in this habit of following one leader's diktat, whether it be from Mr. Modi or from Nagpur. So they are more comfortable with everything being one. You were talking about exams. You gave a very good example, actually, Shravan, that in exams, and the people who are aware of what the NEP is all about, the NEP has at university level, there are exams in the session, there are internal exams, you have to give assignments, and then there are final exams. So these multiple exams are just don't prepare you, but they are also a wake-up call. Like Mr. Modi woke up after the thrashing in Karnataka and Himachal, and he realized that he is actually not that he's not that acceptable across the nation as they would like all the voters to feel, and that's what's shaken them up. And now what is happening is this is just a red herring, just like women's bill. They just want to show that, oh, we have fulfilled all the promises that we made in our manifesto, and this was one of them, and it has been there since 1999.
One nation, one poll.
About it.
So no, just only I do understand. The immediate logistical challenges, or for that matter, the argument in favor of is this an attack on federalism? But the point is that to narrow it down and only simply saying that, look here, this is what the BJP led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is really looking at. This entire idea is not what the BJP is advocating today. This is exactly an idea which has been there for a very long time. Let's not forget the first big. There are people within the Congress party. There are people within the Congress party who have been able, who were essentially convinced. As if I'm not wrong, correct me, Binay Singh, that there have been Congress leaders who were consulted by the previous BJP administration to come and support the One Nation, One Poll. And as I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, as I recall, you had the Congress leaders at that point in time, at least people like Pranab Mukherjee being one of them, who advocated that One Nation, One Poll is in favor of the nation.
Shravan, voting for 4 different posts in the single, election on a single day, this is not an alien idea. You look at the local body elections. You vote for the Mukhia, you vote for the Sarpanch, you vote for the Panchayat Samiti. You are voting for 4 different posts and at the single time. So this idea is just going to be implemented in the Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha elections also. That's very simple. So this idea of voting for 4 different, posts at the same time, this is not an alien idea at all. And Savan, I think there must be no debate. There must be no contradiction. That implementation of One Nation, One Election will significantly reduce the burden on continuous electoral cycles on our nation. And someone at various levels throughout the year, we are exhausted. The people are exhausted. The resources are exhausted. And it disrupts the normal life process. It disrupts the functioning of the government machinery. And I think, Savan, everybody must agree that by aligning these elections, by synchronizing these elections, we can save time.
I'm running out of time.
Money, we can save effort.
Okay, so can I just have a quick...
could be better utilized for the development of this nation. Savan.
Okay, I'll give the final...
Where is the contradiction? I'm not able to
I'll give the final word.
It's the politicians.
Binay, hold on. Let's not talk over each other. Let's not talk over each other. Okay, Ashutosh. I understand. This is quite an issue which everyone wants to talk about, and I don't have enough time for it. But a quick response from Akashdeep Muni, and then the last word to Tom Varakan. Akashdeep Muni, just keep it short.
No, I just
my only request is to the honourable panel, don't insult the intelligence of our voters.
30 seconds, sir.
They know exactly where
Shravan, I'm so happy.
Mr. Varakan, I'm giving you the last word. Mr. Varakan, why don't you hear all of them and respond finally? Just a quick response from Akashdeep Muni, and then you can take it.
I'll just give a quick response. First point is that I'm so happy that my respective panelists were comparing NEP, National Education Policy, with One Nation, One Poll. Actually, NEP is totally opposite of One Nation, One Poll. In NEP, a student can choose MDC, multiple disciplinary courses, VAC, value-added courses. I am a professor, I know more, sir. Please give me that much respect. So NEP gives more options to the PA students, while in case of One Nation, One Poll, number of issues that can be kept in front of the people is abridged, is coming down. So there is a point. And second point is, 5 seconds only. The second point is that in this One Nation, One Poll, smaller parties will be left back. Remember, in the case of Aam Aadmi Party, who got 49 seats in assembly polls, and then after losing the mandate, after the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party breaking off, again the people voted Aam Aadmi to power fully, 77 seats. And now they have got 73 seats. So 2 consecutive terms they have given. So this won't happen in One Nation, One Poll.
Okay. Akashdeep Muni, I'm running short of time, so I'll just give that. Okay.
And also the motive
Tom
and timing
Varakan,
is
the last
questionable.
word to you.
Yeah, I would submit that
motive and timing.
I've heard all of them.
No, motive and timing is for everything that we talk about. Women reservation bill also, motive and timing. Tom Varakan, last word.
Strengthening our federal structure. Let me get this straight. Regional languages have been given priority. When one nation, it's like comparing oranges with apples. It is one nation, one poll is something totally different. Then you're comparing your education policy. Education policy strengthens the federal structure, giving the states more power, giving the regions more power. That is what is happening with the education policy. Here it is a total different agenda. This is about curtailing expenses, ensuring stability, and please, once more I repeat,
So
don't
instability
insult the
is what keeps
intelligence
the
of our voters.
politicians on their
They know
toes.
exactly
Right.
whom they
Okay.
are voting
Sorry,
for.
but
Gentlemen,
this is not-
I'm
this is
really
not
running
some
short of time.
Sarkari
I'm really
nonsense.
running short of time. We'll have the debate once again. We'll have the debate once again once the Law Commission actually submits a report. I think so. This will be a step ahead. I think so there's a long way to go to. There are other stakeholders who will be perhaps consulted before the final report is submitted. Thank you very much, Tom Vatakan, Binay Singh, Nikhil Jain, Ashutosh Mishra, and Akashdeep Mooney for joining us on the burning question.
Amity University is proud to present the Faculty Research Awards by Careers 360, acknowledging India's brightest minds in the field of academic research at Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, New Delhi on the 6th of October as part of Amity's commitment to further research and innovation in our country.
3, 2, 1, we are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka. Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka. Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka. Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka. Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka. Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
So today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
So today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
So today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
Amity University is proud to present the Faculty Research Awards by Careers 360, acknowledging India's brightest minds in the field of academic research at Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, New Delhi on the 6th of October as part of Amity's commitment to further research and innovation in our country.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Trending burning question powered by Reva University, Century Ply Club Prime, Hyundai Alcazar and Creta, co-powered by Acco Insurance.
Mr. President, we must never again allow an injustice like vaccine apartheid to recur. Climate action, too, cannot continue to witness an evasion of historical responsibilities. The power of markets should not be utilized to steer food and energy from the needy to the wealthy. Nor must we countenance that political convenience determines responses to terrorism, extremism, and violence. Similarly, respect for territorial integrity and non-interference in internal affairs cannot be exercises in cherry picking. When reality departs from the rhetoric, we must have the courage to call it out. Without genuine solidarity, there can never be real trust. This is very much the sentiment of the Global South.
Amity University is proud to present the Faculty Research Awards by Careers 360, acknowledging India's brightest minds in the field of academic research at Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, New Delhi on the 6th of October as part of Amity's commitment to further research and innovation in our country.
3, 2, 1. We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
3, 2, 1. We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic.
Trending burning question powered by Reva University, Century Ply Club Prime, Hyundai Alcazar and Creta, co-powered by ACO Insurance.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished members of the General Assembly, Namaste from Bharat. Let me begin by expressing our felicitations to the President of the General Assembly, His Excellency Dennis Francis, and our fullest support to the 78th UNGA's theme of rebuilding trust and reigniting global solidarity. This is an occasion to take stock of our achievements and challenges, even while sharing our aspirations and goals. And indeed, in regard to both, there is much that India has to share.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
Today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
So today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
So today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
We are now called as Republic Kannada here in Karnataka.
Republic Kannada has officially launched.
So today we dedicate Republic Kannada to the people of Karnataka.
One step closer to one nation, one poll. Mega political face-off over simultaneous polls. Is India closer to major electoral reform? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.